Hi, I'm Susan. Welcome to Keepsake Books to Celebrate and Commemorate. Today's book is about words. Words to inspire, words to sustain, and they are in the form of a fan book. It's a book that closes and can open like a fan. To make the book, you're going to need a piece of stiff paper. This is a cover for printer paper, a pair of scissors, a hole punch, 2 buttons, and a twist tie. You could also use wire. So I'm going to start, and I do this all pretty freeform, so I'm going to decide on how wide I want to make it. I am going to cut in a line. Then I can either use this as my guide and cut along it, or I can decide I'm just going to do it by eye, which is how I'm going to finish the rest of these. If they're not absolutely perfect, it does not matter. So, and you can make your book, obviously, as long or as short as you want. Now, what I want to do next is to punch a hole in the end of each of these. I can't go through more than one at a time, so I'm going to go in a little ways. I want to have it because the button's going to be here, so I want to make sure there's room, the button stays within the frame. And then I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and try to make them the same. Again, if it's not exactly right, it is not a big deal. But if you're somebody who wants it to be, you could make marks with pencil. Now, I have my book. So normally what you would do is you can either, I find for this book it's easier to do the writing, to do whatever you're going to do on the pages. Punch the holes, then do whatever you're going to do on your pages in terms of design. And then at the end, put them together. And then when you put them together, you just want to make sure they're in the right order, the order that you want. Now, I have 2 buttons here, and you'll notice this is a button with just 2 holes in it. This is a button with a shank in it. So you only want to use one of these. You don't have to use any at all, but if you use them, you only want to use one, and you want to use it for the front of the book because it sits better. Now I'm going to take my twist tie, I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to twist the edges because these have got to get through the holes in the button. And now I'm going to put, I got to twist it more. I'm going to put this through the button and pull it. So now it is at the top of the button. Then I'm going to thread my pages through, thread it through my pages. And now I'm going to separate the 2 ends because one has to go into each hole in the button. I'm going to put one on one side, one on the other, and then I'm pulling it nice and tight as I can, and then I'll just twist and then trim off. About 3 or 4 times is good. Then I'll trim this off, kind of smush it down, and here's the book. For this fan book, I used cereal box, and I put a background on all the pages from garden catalogs. The letters I found in magazines and catalogs, I cut out as much variety as I could in the kinds of letters. I glued them onto white paper so that they would show up better, and then I attached those to the background of the pages. I'm going to show you a couple of other books I made. This is one that I made for Thanksgiving one year. All the pages are shaped, so you can cut your pages into shapes. This one, it's shaped like oak leaves, which I thought was appropriate for Thanksgiving. They are things that I am thankful for, and then on the back I wrote a little bit more detail. And then this is one that I made as a book for someone who has experienced a loss, who is in a very difficult stage. One thing, I'm not an expert on grieving, but the one thing I do know is that a lot of times people in the deepest part of their loss are really not interested in hearing about the silver lining. And what they really want is acknowledgement of their suffering. So this is a book that I made on that theme. Sending you love, tending your sorrow, cradling your pain, supporting your soul, wishing you peace. And I did not use a button for this one. This is an earring. So the earring on the front with a post, and the holder thing is in the back. You could use cufflinks. You can, just look around and see. You'll be surprised at what you can find to make things. And I just want to say that you are welcome to, any level of what I share with you. All of this was made just for the video and just to share. So if you like some of the words I use, feel free to use them. Hope you enjoy making your books, and thanks for watching.